Alright guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be checking out Gamma 2 and the Legendary Vegeta event. I got him Link level 10, rainbowed, no equipment on him, but he's on a full 200% leader skill. We have a pretty good amount of support on here, so this is a pretty good showing for him. We're going to be rocking him next to Gamma 1 because, like I said in the last video, they just work really good together. They have a lot of things that complement each other very well. You know, the Gamma 1 being more of a defensive unit in slot 1. The Gamma 2 being still a very good defensive unit, but post-super attack. So if you could just slap Gamma 1 in slot 1, and then Gamma 2 in slot 2, and Gamma 2 can get that super attack, or super attacks, plural, off, then defensively he's just going to be looking great. So yeah, they're ideal. Together. So I'm going to be running them together, and then I got a lot of units here with very good link sets. So, well, debatably, but they share the link that Gamma 2 does not share with Gamma 1. So in all these rotations, as long as I have one of them in slot 3, we'll be 7 out of 7 links. So this guy's going to be looking very good. I think that link is the Innocence, and it's only some attack, but this is an offensive unit. So figured we might as well maximize his attack just to really get a good showing of it. Actually, if you didn't notice, I brought the nuking item too, because if you didn't watch the last video, I decided to see how high of an attack that Gamma 1 could get to. And let's just say it was pretty crazy. So let's see what attack stats we can get to with an actual offensive unit. But yeah, before we get into his passive and everything, I do want to say I really appreciate the support and all that. And on that note, make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you want to check out my new gaming channel, I'm going to be playing a lot of God of War because that is releasing very soon. So yeah, but let's get right into it. So, all right, so his leader skill is Movie Heroes, Androids, Special Pose, Category Key plus 3, 170% attack and defense, and HP. I don't know why I skipped HP. And then the extra 30% is Accelerated Battle and Worthy Rivals. Very good leader skill. Movie Heroes didn't really need a 170 lead. Androids desperately needed one because that category is very good. It's just, it was lacking a good leader because the AGL Cell was the kind of the Androids leader, but he doesn't even lead Androids. It's just a lot of the Androids fell under his categories. But now that we have an actual straight up just Androids 170 lead, that's for sure really good. And then if they're on Accelerated Battle, they'll get that 30% and be on a 200% lead. And Special Pose, that category kind of sucks, but it still needs a 170 lead, or I guess a 200% lead, because this is a 200% lead. But I don't think there's many units on Special Pose that are on Accelerated Battle or Worthy Rivals. I could be wrong, but so you're not really going to be beating the 200% a lot there, so I just say 170. But I mean, we could still be getting a lot of Special Pose buffs. Keep in mind that an LR Gamma 1 and 2 is probably on the way once we get more superhero stuff down the line. Because remember, we didn't get to see the Gamma 2 self-destruction sequence or whatever. That's not in this guy's kit. So yeah. But, okay, so moving on to a super attack effect, we got raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. The 30% attack and defense is really good considering this guy is getting, like, a lot of super attacks off. I'll say that. For the first 5 turns, I believe, or well, we'll go over it when we read his passive. He has 2 additionals that both have a medium chance of becoming a super attack. And then, not only that, but then you get a 70%, or you get an additional that has a great chance of becoming a super attack once, I think 5 turns have elapsed or something, or how many, you have to do a certain amount of attacks to get it. And he's also AGL, so he just has that built-in 5 additional. So this guy's going to be just pumping out additionals, which is great because the 30% attack and defense on every single one of those is just going to make him look crazy defensively, and it's even going to help him out offensively. So yeah. But with this passive skill, alright, so we have activates the entrance animation upon entry, once only, defense plus 50%, and launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a medium chance of becoming a super attack for 4 turns from start of turn, attack and defense plus 150%, and then an additional attack plus 100% when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% up to 100%, and great chance of performing a crit. Not great chance, and chance of performing a crit, plus 10% up to 50%, so that goes up to a high chance of performing a critical hit, and then he builds up to 100% attack and defense, which is very good. And then he launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack starting from when the character performs his 5th attack in battle. And then all allies, Key plus 2, attack plus 30%, and high chance of nullifying Key Blast super attacks. So, I mean, very good passive skill right there. I mean, honestly, the support, the high chance to nullify Key Blast super attacks, and then the great chance of launching a super attack after he performs 5 attacks is very good. You're going to get that built up so easily because all the additionals he's pumping out for the first 4 turns. So yeah, for sure, very good there. Again, no equipment on him. Max links and categories. We'll go over the links and categories once I do the rating system at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So yeah, again, we're going to be running him next to Gamma 1. They work so good together. Wow, we literally got both Gamma 2s on the second rotation and Gamma 1 on the first rotation. So kind of unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. I'll just slap Gamma 1 in the first slot, and yeah, I'll just do this. This should be fine. I'm going to be messing up their names a lot, too, throughout the video, because Gamma 1 and 2, their names are so similar. They're literally both Gamma, except for one is 1 and the other is 2. So if I call Gamma 1 Gamma 2 or Gamma 2 Gamma 1, please forgive me. Feel free to bash me in the comments for it. I find that hilarious. So yeah. All right, getting some build-ups with the Gamma 1. For sure, pretty good. For sure, pretty good. So let's talk about Gamma 2's passive. So he has that high chance of nullifying an enemy's Ki Blast super attack, which is pretty much just like Janemba's. So, I mean, in judging off of how I personally have utilized Janemba in so many events because of that, I really think that's going to be so useful for him. So, yeah, I think that's going to help you out a lot, especially in like some of the harder red zones like fights, like the Broly. That's the prime example of one. You can counter him. So that's really good, and it's nullifying. It's not evading like Gamma 1. Like I'll show you the wording right here. So if you see, it's yeah, it says great chance of evading unarmed super attack. So that means if they cancel dodging, you can't do that because evading is a dodge. But however, you know, with Gamma 2, it's nullifying. So it's a little different, and it's kind of a way for units to still get by in the event without having their passives restricted because, you know, you can't dodge in that event. But it's nullifying, so you can still get it off. So very good there from Gamma 2. It makes up for the fact that he only gets a high chance of doing it, and Gamma 1 gets a great chance. It just kind of evens it out a little. So here we are at almost 300k defense with both of them. Keep in mind we have 40% support right here, and we have 3 links active. So, I mean, pretty good rotation for him. Unfortunately, we're not going to get too many build-ups, I should say, or super attacks off with well, just this Gamma. We're only going to get 1. And we're at 6.3, which I'd say is pretty good considering we only have 3 links active. And, I mean, we do have 40% support, but we haven't built up at all. And we're almost at 300k defense. So here's the KO screen. If you watched my last video, you've already seen this a lot. Because, as the truth says, get used to this KO screen. You're going to be seeing it a lot. For sure, it's pretty common, and it's going to be very common. So, okay, so we actually share 4 links with this, the Android 16 and 18, so that's pretty good. I didn't know they worked so well together. Also, the 16 and 18 are supporting him for. We're facing a superclass enemy, so I think it's 34% attack and 16% defense, I believe. But yeah. All right, so we're probably just gonna kill right here, yeah, because we have type advantage. So okay, get some more build-ups with him. Okay, now he's fully built up, so we'll try and get the other Gamma 2 on rotation with this Gamma 1. But, of course, with my luck, they ended up on completely separate turns, so. But hey, it is what it is. Still get to showcase, you know, I'd like to showcase the Gamma 2, just with not as many links active, more of a realistic turn. Maybe if you pull Gamma 2 and you don't pull Gamma 1, you can, or if you pull Gamma 1, you don't pull Gamma 2, this is just kind of a showcase for who you'd maybe want to run them with, just to make them look still very good, so. Wow, okay, so this is a very good turn. This is actually a crazy turn. So we have 4 out of 7 links active, but we have so much support. Yeah, we're at 430k defense, and the enemy is tech. So we can get a lot of build-ups right here. So this is very good. We can get a lot of additionals and stuff, because we're not going to kill, unless every single one of them crits, but with my crit luck, I don't think we'll get all those crits off, so. Okay, so this might actually do some damage. I'm just glad he didn't super attack Gamma 2, because he lowers defense, and I hate it when these legendary events lower defense on the showcase unit, because then we don't get to see the defense of the showcase unit, and then it's over. So 6.3 again, I mean, pretty much the same attacks that we saw on the previous turn. Or no, this is the other Gamma. So this is, yeah, so it's the same attacks but it's because they both only had 1 build-up, so. Or had no build-ups. Okay, so we got all additionals right there. Whoa. Okay, so we got the additional super from our hidden potential system, and that spiked up to 9 million. I think, how many attacks was that? 4? So, there's the KO screen again. I told you to get used to it. So we only need one more to be fully built up. And finally, we have the God rotation right here. We are at 310k defense. Oh, I don't think I checked Gamma 2's defense last rotation. Sorry about that. We'll get to see what he's looking like almost fully built up, though, next rotation, which is going to be crazy. But, yeah, so we're at 310k defense with Gamma 2, which is really good because he only had one super attack to build up. So we still have an additional 80% attack and defense that could be tacked onto this. And keep in mind, we have that high chance of nullifying a super attack. We're supporting. We get attack and defense on super attack. So we're going to be getting at least 30% more than this. And then if we get those additionals, it's another 30% and then another 30%. And then we can get the hidden potential, which is another 30%. And then it can just get crazy. So don't mind Gamma 1 at 642k defense with 50% damage reduction. Yeah, just don't mind that. But yeah, this is a very good turn, though. We have a lot of support. We have the support from the Gamma 1. We got the support from the 16 and 18. And we're at 7 million. Dude, that's really good considering, again, only one 20% attack and defense from his passive is activated. But hopefully we can get some additionals right here. Perfect. Okay, so that's 2. Or that's 3. That's 4. Can we get that hidden potential? We can. So this guy is fully built up now. We are at 9.6. Keep in mind our defense right here is, I would say, easily over 600k. It's kind of hard to calculate because he built up pretty much all of his attack and defense in that turn, and he got the 230% from his super attack effect. But he was, I think it's safe to say he's over like 700k, 600k defense. And there's the KO screen again. Yeah, this shit, we're gonna be seeing it a lot. Okay, here's this one that is almost fully built up. Also, we have 4 out of 7 links and. Okay, yeah, 574k defense. So, I think we still have one more to build up with this guy. But, just to be safe, we'll act like he's fully built up right here. And let's say he gets he gets his super attack off. That'll put him at, what, 700k defense, pretty much. And then if we get an additional, that'll put us at, what, almost 900k defense. And then if we get another additional, we're well over 1 million defense. So, yeah, I don't really think there's much to say about that. I think that's just obviously good. And keep in mind that this Android 17 does not support for offense. He's just a defensive support. So all of the attack that this guy is getting is for the most part just himself. I think this Android 18 and Krillin, I think they do support. Yeah, so they are 36% attack. So still a lot of support on this rotation, you know, even defensively. But, you know, offensively, it's not as much as an ideal rotation. But, okay, so we're taking a super attack right here. So this could do a little bit of damage. Yeah, that's some damage. Yeah. But we got items, so I'll just heal next rotation. So, yeah, I mean. Okay, the additional super. I don't believe that the Android 18 and Krillin raises, like, extreme class, or not extreme class, super class, like, attack and defense on super attack. So I think our attack stat here is just going to be the same throughout. So what are we looking at? An 8.8 million attack stat. And, yeah, we could have 2 more. So, I mean, dude, that's pretty good considering we're at almost 1 million defense, too. And we have the high chance of nullifying Q-Blast Super. We're supporting. Whole 9 yards. Yeah, bumped up to 9.3. So I don't think we were fully built up right there. And we don't have all of our links active. I think we only had 4 out of 7. So, yeah. Pretty good. And we build up a 50% chance to crit. So, I mean, doing that much damage with a 50% chance to crit is pretty insane, I would say. I would say that is very, very good. Okay, so this is the... Okay, so we don't have the Innocence active, but this is still pretty much the ideal rotation for him. He is fully built up, and we are at 516k defense, which is very good. We do have the 40%, or technically we have 70% defensive support and 40% offensive support, but still a very good rotation for him. Let's see what he can get to offensively. I mean, we're getting the KO screen right here, but this is a very good rotation for him, so I could see us getting a pretty crazy attack stat. Yeah, 10 million. Yep. 10 million, 50% chance to crit, and defensively, we're just crazy. That's all I know. Oh my god. Do you think this guy's good? Do you think this guy's good offensively? And defensively, dude. We're almost 1 million defense right now. Yeah, almost 1 million defense. 2 attack stats, over 10 million. Both had a 50% chance to crit. high chance of nullifying Ki Blast super attacks. We're supporting. We're raising attack and defense on super attack. The list goes on and on. Again, KO screen. I told you get used to it. I wasn't lying. Okay, so this is also pretty good rotation. I keep on saying that. All these rotations are good. So 500k defense. Very good. We have 3 links we could get active to, and I think a couple of them do give him some defense. Red Ribbon Army gives him defense. I know that. Yeah, so it's 10%. Hero of Justice, it's just attack. And then Signature Pose, it's attack too. So we are missing out on, like, what? 42% attack and 10% defense right here from links. And look at that. I mean, we're still pretty crazy stats-wise. But yeah, so I guess offensively, we could have an extra 42% attack. So keep that in mind that this is not him at his fullest. Even though he is fully built up and has support. But yeah. Okay, so hopefully this Android 16 and 18 don't die here. We're getting the super attack off, which is greatly raising their defense. Oh, okay, we got 2 of them. So yeah, they'll be fine even if they get super. Yeah, they'll be absolutely fine. So not next rotation, but the rotation after that. I'm going to use the nuking item on the Gamma 2, see what they look like, and then we'll call it a video for the showcase part, and then we'll get into the rating system. So 9.8, almost to 10 million, and we still are missing out on 42% attack. So if we had that, we would easily be over 10 million, and we have a 50% chance to crit. But we got this one, so that puts us well over 10 million. Yeah, this guy's just crazy. I mean, defensively, we are looking insane. We're almost at 1 million defense right here, and we got the crit off right there. I mean, dude, what is there to say? Gamma 2 is just great. I think it is pretty clear that Gamma 1 is better, just because defense in this game is so much more important than offense. So Gamma 1 being better defensively just makes him better overall. But I mean, well, not overall, because as, you know, as we can see in this video, Gamma 2 is much better offensively. So 609k defense. We're getting 30% on super attack. So if we get 2 super attacks, we're well over 1 million defense. If we get 1, we're almost at 1 million defense. Yeah. I really don't want to get the Dokkan mode here, but I think we're gonna get it. Yeah, we are gonna get it. You know what? Screw it. Let's see what we can get here with the Dokkan mode. Okay, so we are taking a super attack right here, but we're not gonna tank any damage from this. I think we're fine. Yeah, double digits, and we haven't even super attacked yet. So what attack stat are we at? Yeah, dude, 9.4. That is crazy. Oh my god. Dude, I was trying so hard too. I don't know if you saw my face, but I was sweating on it, and I missed just the last one. That damn 7th one. Alright, whatever. Well, he's obviously dead here. I think it's pretty safe to say this guy is toast. Vegeta is just not standing a chance right here. We are going to destroy him. Just obliterated. And again, we get to see the KO screen. 11 million damage with a crit. Granted, it was a Dokkan mode, but I feel like we would still get up there to almost this amount of damage without the Dokkan mode. So yeah. I'll probably let this rotation play out because I want to nuke with the other Gamma 2, because the other Gamma 2 is going to have more links active and stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put you in slot 1 because he does a Ki Blast super attack, so they can counter they counter the super attack if they take it. And so can the Gamma 2, actually. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, hopefully actually we get supered in slot 2. I want to see Gamma 2 counter it, just to get it in the video. But knowing me, it's only a high chance, so we probably wouldn't get it off, but whatever. 9.5, 50% chance to crit, 70% chance to do an additional super. Yeah. This boy is nuts. Can we get crits off? Just help us beam through this event. There we go. 10 million on the dot. Can we get another crit? If this crit's right here, then I think he's going to be at, like, what, half health? Which would just be crazy to think about. Okay, so no, we didn't get the crit off. But we got the additional, so 10.5. If this crits, then yeah, he's going to... Actually, I think he's at half health even if this doesn't crit. So, man. Gamma 2 is just crazy. And what I love about Gamma 2... Oh my god, he only has 4 health bars left. And what I love about Gamma 2 is that he leads the androids, which is something we talked about at the beginning of the video. And he has these links like Android Assault and stuff like that, which makes him work good on that team. So not only is he a leader for that team, but he's actually a good leader because he's sharing links with these guys. That's going to make him work very well with them. So I for sure think that that's very good. Okay, so we died. We were guarding right there too, but unfortunately we died. We just took too much damage. So I'm gonna hop back in. We can do the nuking thing, and then yeah, we'll just see what he's looking like there. All right, guys. So we hopped back in, and after a little bit of building him up, we have a very good rotation right here. We are 7 out of 7 links, so we finally got the Innocence active. We are fully built up, as I said. We're at 566k defense, which is pretty damn good. We got the support from Gamma 1. We got the support from the Krillin and 18. And this is just looking like a good rotation. So, yeah, let's see. Hopefully we can get pretty lucky with Key Spheres right here. I don't want to get, like, shafted with this. Okay, that's good. Can we get... Let's get those physical ones out, just to make it a little bit better. Okay, so we can't get the physical ones. We can still get 14 Key Spheres, which I think is still pretty good. So, yeah, we'll go that path right there. Now, again, keep in mind we have the support. We've got fully built up, you know, and then we have all 7 links active. This is a pretty damn good rotation for him. We didn't really get too crazy luck with Key Spheres, but I still think it's fine. I still think we're going to kill here, because keep in mind this guy's an offensive unit, so the sheer damage he's just going to be doing is crazy anyway. Okay, so we are taking the super attack right here, but Gamma 1 should be fine right here. 50% damage reduction, crazy high defense. Okay, that was a little bit of damage, but it is what it is. 11 million. Damn. All right, that's kind of high. A little higher than I thought, considering this has a medium chance to crit also. Okay, well, don't go crazy now. Okay. Well, we still get to see this one attack stat. So what are we looking at? 19.7. So if we just got a little bit more lucky with Key Spheres, we would have been way over what Gamma 1 was at. Because keep in mind, when we nuked with Gamma 1, he was at like around a 20 million attack stat. But we got like a perfect full field of Key Spheres. We only got 14 right there, and we were still at almost 20 million. And we had all the additionals incoming and all that. And we were just crazy high defensively, and just everything this guy's doing is just so crazy. Here's the KO screen again. Good way to end it off, or end off the showcase, because like I said, we're going to be seeing this so much. So yeah, with that said, and then the nuke test done, let's get into the rating system. Alright guys, so here's the rating system. I do want to say before we get into it that, like I do in every video, these are rated 1 through 7 with Dragon Balls. So if you see 3 Dragon Balls, that means it's a 3 out of 7. If you see 4 Dragon Balls, that means it's a 4 out of 7, etc, etc. So getting right into it with the attack, I gave him a 7 out of 7. I think this is a pretty fair number to give him, because even when, well actually, yeah, I mean, because he's just crazy offensively. Because even when he's not fully built up, he's still hitting such high attack stats, and he can do 3 of them. So he could do 4 if you get the hidden potential system off, and he's AGL, so you just have a better chance of doing that. And then by the time that medium chance of launching an additional super attack wears off, both of them wear off, you've already built up so much, and you've most likely done 5 attacks to where you have that additional that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. And I think it's pretty safe to rely on that as just being a guaranteed super attack most of the time. Of course, because it's not a guaranteed super attack, sometimes you won't get it off, but it is a great chance, a 70% chance to get it off, so you most likely will be getting that a lot. And, you know, with him being AGL, it increases his odds of doing additional super attacks, because he has that base 5 additional. And, you know, he's getting the attack and defense on every super attack, so the more super attacks you're doing, just the more damage you're doing, it just starts to rack up, because you're getting that 30% attack. And, yeah, I just think offensively he is great. He's also an offensive support for 30%, and then he gives a 2 key, which is nice. But, yeah, I don't really got much to say about him, except for he's just great offensively. So, in the offense department, or the attack department, a 7 out of 7 for sure. This guy is a great offensive unit. And then he also has that 50% chance to crit. I didn't even talk about that yet. That 50% chance to crit will get you so far, because he's hitting over 10 million attack stat. It has a 50% chance to crit. And then you hit like an 11/12 million attacks that has a 50% chance to crit. And then, if you get the hidden potential additional, you have another like 15 million attacks that has a 50% chance to crit. So that's why offensively this guy is just crazy. So a 7 out of 7 for sure. And then defensively, I actually gave him a 5 out of 7. Now this guy can be good defensively in slot 2 post super attack, but if you have him in slot 1, he's gonna get shredded. He's gonna get torn up. He does have that 50% chance to nullify Ki Blast super attacks, which is very, very good, especially because it's nullifying, but it's only a coin flip, so you still have a 50% chance to not get it, which is still pretty high. It's just as high as getting it off, obviously, so it does account for something, but you do still have a chance of not getting that activated, and it is a Ki Blast super attack, so granted, that is the most common one in the game, I would say. There are still a lot of hard-hitting enemies that are, like, in the other category. who aren't a Ki Blast or melee. They just do other, which is so stupid, but I won't even get started on that because we're going over Gamma 2 right here. But yeah, defensively 5 out of 7 because, I mean, especially before he's built up too, defensively he can be a little lackluster. For sure, post super attack he could be good, but that is post super attack. So you have to run him in slot 2 or 3, or else you're just going to get destroyed. And, I mean, yeah, it just does kind of suck with that. But I guess once you're fully built up, and then you start to get the super attacks off, like I said with attack, you can get so many super attacks off. So once you start to get all those super attacks off, then his defense starts to get crazy. Like, you start to look over 1 million defense, which is just great. But it's the length you have to go to get to that point, and the fact you always have to have him in slot 2 or 3 for him to be at that defensive level. It does make him a little bit wonky in my eyes, because right now we don't need good slot 2 and 3 units. We need good slot 1 units, which is why Gamma 1 is so good, because he's a slot 1 unit. Just simply because we have so many slot 2 and 3 units, we just don't have enough slot 1 units. So defense, I gave it a 5. Still very, very good, but understand that it's, you know, it's obviously not as good as it could be. You know, it could be a little higher. Like, look at the Gamma 1 video I did yesterday. I rated him, I think, a 6 or a 7 defensively, because just defensively, he's amazing. So, yeah, a little bit less with the Gamma 2, but still very good. 5 out of 7. And then moving on to links. I actually got his links pulled up right here. So, his links are pretty good for, like, the teams he's on, but the other units he's sharing his links with kind of suck. Gamma 1 obviously is an exception because Gamma 1's amazing. They share 6 out of 7 links. That's a whole nother thing. But his links are the Innocence, Android Assault, Red Ribbon Army, Shocking Speed, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, and Fierce Battle. I'm going to be repeating a lot of the same stuff I said in the last video with the Gamma 1 because they share 6 out of 7 links. The Innocence is not really a good link. You're not really going to be getting that active a lot, and even if you do get it active, there's not really that many good units you're getting it active with. So you kind of have to go out of your way to get it active like I did in this video. Android Assault's for sure a good link, but I feel like there's just not too many units you're getting this active with. I mean, maybe the Tech Androids you could get it active with, but they're a slot 2 unit also. So how are you going to do that? You know what I mean? Like, this guy's a slot. You have to have this guy in slot 2, but if the Androids are a slot 2 unit, how's that going to work? So, I mean, it's a good link. I mean, 10% or 20% defense, link level 10 is for sure great, but it just, there's not too many units you have that'll work well with that. Red Ribbon Army, that link sucks. Shocking Speed, that link's great. A little bit of defense, some Ki, that's amazing. Not really much to talk about there. Signature Pose sucks. Hero of Justice sucks. And Fierce Battle is actually kind of a good link. I would say that's pretty good. So I mean, yeah, Fierce Battle and Shocking Speed are great links, but other than that, you have to go out of your way to get all those other links activated, and it's kind of a struggle to do it, and it's very noticeable. So that's why I gave him a 4 out of 7. 4 out of 7 is still pretty good. I mean, that's about halfway. That's about, you know, halfway to 7. So it's still pretty good for sure. But, you know, it could be a lot better for sure. With more Android unit coming out and stuff like that, I think that his link set could just get better. Because right now the issue is not enough units share these links that are good. All the units that have these links are pretty bad. So yeah, that's why I gave it a 4 out of 7. But for sure, room to get a lot better. I see in the future once we get more Android buffs and stuff like that. I mean, shoot, you know, once we get Cell Max, he could have Android Assault and stuff like that. So I mean, I doubt it, but he could still have it. So we'll see when all that comes out, though. But for now, a 4 out of 7. So for categories, I went ahead and gave him a 5 out of 7. His categories are Movie Heroes, Androids, Special Pose, Accelerated Battle, Worthy Rivals, Artificial Life Forms, and Defenders of Justice. Categories are really good, you know. Nothing too crazy, though. Just good. I mean, not really good, just good. That's why I gave it a 5 out of 7. Pretty good middle ground. Movie Heroes is great. That is one of the best categories in the games right now. Androids is pretty good. It has a good leader right now, so it's in an alright spot, but not too many good units on that category to really run a full good team. Special Pose sucks. Accelerated Battle, it's good. It just needs a good 170 leader skill. Artificial Life Forms is pretty good right now. Worthy Rivals kind of sucks. It needs a 170 lead. And then Defenders of Justice just sucks. So, I mean, yeah, Movie Heroes and, like, Artificial Life Forms are pretty much the only teams you're running that he has. You might run Androids, but you're not really taking that team in, like, difficult content because you're just going to get destroyed because too many people on that team just aren't good enough defensively. So yeah, I mean, that's why I think categories of 5 out of 7 is a pretty fair rating to give him because it's still very good, but it's not amazing. I think, again, just similar to links, his categories will get better in time once we get more buffs and more leader skills and 200% leader skills. That's why units right now that have like all these categories that don't have 200% leader skills are kind of in a wonky spot because they can be really good, but just because their teams don't have good leads, it's hard to run them on the team, and then it's hard to run them in general. So that's why I gave it a 5 out of 7. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think this is a pretty fair rating. 7 attack, 5 defense, 4 links, and then 5 for categories. So yeah, that's been the video, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of Gamma 2 down in the comments. Let me know what you think of Gamma 1 down in the comments. Let me know if you guys summoned it all, and tell me what you guys got down in the comments also. So yeah, that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.